Hello everybody, Cal Banyan here. Oh, we're back. This is the second video in this very special series we're doing just for you folks who are just thinking about getting into the profession, are new in the profession, or you've been certified for a while and you're professional, you're just not progressing the way you'd like to be. So what we're doing is we're talking about some of the most important topics you got to know and really have down pat before you can progress in the profession. Let me get you started here by introducing once again Erica Flynn. Erica Flynn is award-winning full-time certified hypnosis instructor and board-certified hypnotist. She has a practice and she also teaches out of her office in Bellingham, Washington. She's now a rising star in the profession, speaking at both the National Guild of Hypnotists Convention and their Solid Gold Weekend. And you may know her as a co-host on my Hypnosis Etc. program on Cal Banyan.com. If you're watching this on any other website, please realize that it's being played on a website of a certified professional hypnosis instructor, and there's contact information there. If you have any questions about anything covered on the video, give him or give her a call. They'll be glad to help you out. If you're watching on CalBanyan.com, then you can give me a call. If you're on Erica's website, give her a call and so on. All right, Erica, how's it going?
It's going great, Cal, and thanks for having me here today. I'm excited about this new series. I think it's really important that we take the time to kind of answer some of these questions that as a trainer I get all the time, I'm sure you get all the time. So, we're taking the time today to go through this list and help people understand, how to get started as a hypnosis professional. Before we get started with the episode for today, though, let me introduce everybody to you. Cal Banyan is the authority on hypnosis that works. He's been in the profession for 20 years and he's won almost every single award from the National Guild of Hypnotists, which is the oldest and largest hypnosis professional organization in the world. He's an author, he's a speaker, he's appeared on television and radio promoting hypnosis, and he's a trainer of some of the best in the profession. And he's the person that the experts in the field of hypnosis turn to for education and guidance. All right, Cal, so what are we talking about today?
All right, we're going to keep moving through these essential things you need to know to get started or move forward in your profession. And one of the next things is truth about hypnosis organizations. And at this time in our profession, the #1 organization is the National Guild of Hypnotists. And it is, the friendliest, the most powerful, and by powerful I mean at helping move the profession along, dealing with different state issues and dealing with helping with ongoing education, setting the standards and that kind of thing. They have the best annual convention. It's just huge, like 200 different workshops going on over 3 days. The pre and post convention extended workshops, like 2 or 3 days long. It is the #1. Now I also recommend that. So that's a real general thing, that you should probably also belong to, like, if you have a school or instructor you go to, there should probably be a smaller organization. Like, for example, for 5-pathers, the ones who go through our training, that we have the 5-Path International Association of Hypnosis Professionals, where we have 5-path trained hypnotists all over the world, and we're able to give them ongoing support, provide them with a professional journal and that kind of thing. Anything you want to add?
Well, Cal, I think it's really important. These professional organizations are designed to help us be better professionals, right? So the NGH, National Guild of Hypnotists, they provide us opportunities, okay? They provide us opportunities to grow in the profession, but they also set some ethical standards and they set other professional standards for us, so we don't have to try and come up with everything on our own, right? So the NGH does a lot of work for us so that we can go do really great hypnosis. So I really love having the backing of such a strong and powerful professional organization.
Perfect. I think that about covers it. I'm going to ask the next question. You can answer it. How's that?
Okay, very good.
Okay. What kind of experience do I need to become a hypnosis professional?
All right, so do you need an AA, a BS, an MS, a PhD? You don't. What I think you really need is an LE, life experience. And, I can tell you from my own personal life experience, my previous career as a software engineer in the technical industry has been tremendously helpful for me in this profession. And whatever has brought you to this point in your life experience will be helpful in your professional experience as well.
Perfect. That's why I teach in class LE, life experience. Now, how much? I say, you know what? If you've helped raise a family, if you've moved up in any kind of career before or business, then that all transfers over. But what's most important is that you have a true burning desire to help people, to be a professional, and hopefully to raise the profession that you're in. And degrees are not required. Now, if you want to have a degree, if you have a degree, that's wonderful. I am pro education. I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree. I'm what they call ABD, but all but dissertation for PhD in clinical psychology. Then I decided not to do that. I'm into this profession, working with hypnotists. Now, let me tell you a quick little story. I had one student a number of years ago. She was a school bus driver, and her husband was a pharmacist and chiropractor. And she just loved what we do. She didn't have a strong academic background, obviously. She went through my class, then she went through it again, then she went through it again, she went through it again. She kept updating herself and reinforcing what she learned. And by the time she went through the course, fourth time, she was making as much. And money isn't the only thing, but just to say it, because it's true, she was making as much as her husband, who was a chiropractor and a pharmacist. So it's not your degree necessarily. That's always a plus, but just the desire to want to help and be really good at what you do. All right, good. Let me move along here. What's it like to be a hypnosis professional? Erica, is it satisfying?
It's very satisfying. I mean, every day I wake up in the morning, I am excited to go to work. I'm excited to go help people. I'm excited to talk to people on the phone. I'm excited to meet with you and create these podcasts. So, it is very satisfying helping people with some of the biggest issues in their life, especially, like we say, hypnosis helps even when everything else has failed. It's extremely satisfying giving somebody their life back.
What's it like when the client looks at you and says, I've been working on this all my life, and here in just a few times meeting with you, I'm over it.
There really aren't any words to describe how good the feeling is,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just better than I ever thought. It really helps me just be so connected to this work and just really be in love with what I get to do every day. Clients like to give us all the credit, and when you have really good training and really good techniques, we can do hypnosis on purpose and get expected results, which is really awesome. But really, the client has to show up, and they are coming up with the solutions that are coming from inside of them. So it's a really good synergy between, really good training and the hypnotherapist or the hypnotist and the client coming together that's creating that experience.
But Erica, can you make a living at it?
Yes, you can definitely make a living at it. I'm making a living at it, and I think that really it comes down to you can design your practice however you want. You can work more, make more money. You can work less. Some people like to work part-time. Some people like to do their career, their other job, and do hypnosis kind of on the side. So I love the fact that you can design it however you'd like, and I do this full-time, and I make a full-time living at it.
Awesome. And, you had to replace a significant income as a software engineer, problem solver, who had been in that field for a decade, right?
That's right. Yeah. And that was a great job, benefits, great salary, all of that. And I have replaced that salary. Yeah. So I'm very happy about that.
I'm going to take the next couple ones. It says, where would I work? Now, let me tell you. That's up to you. Where do you want to work? You want to work in a big office, a small office? When I got started, I wanted to have a hypnosis center. So I went out and I leased a spot in a mall, and it was 2,000 square feet. 5 years later, it was 4,000 square feet. We had hypnotherapists working there, and we had staff and receptionists and all that. And then we said, you know what? We're in Minnesota, and we're sick and tired of the cold. When our lease was done at the 10-year mark, we moved off to Orange County, California. And we've been here for 10 years. And you know what? Gosh, if I want to move somewhere else, I can do it. I want to be in Hawaii. I want to be in Florida, wherever I want to go. Bam. Everywhere I go, people need what I do. So big office, little office, no office. You could even do Skypnosis. You could just advertise your service, see people online. And another thing, you could do in-home work where you go to other people's homes. There's lots of professionals do that. Accountants, counselors, insurance, salesmen, all these kinds of things you can do in other people's homes, coaching, that kind of stuff. Anything you want to add to that?
I don't know if he just made up that word Skypnosis, but I do like that. A lot of professionals are helping people over long distances. So, I mean, really, you can help people in a variety of different formats.
Right. I didn't make up the word. I heard it somewhere. I'm sorry, I can't give credit. Let's see. Let's squeeze one more in real quick, okay?
All right.
All right. The truth about our profession. It's entrepreneurial. All right, now, this is why it's not for everybody. I mean, if what appeals to you is having to show up at work at a certain time, pull out the card, put it in the machine, chunk, your little time card, put it back in your slot, and work until break time, and then put your little card in the slot, chunk, and then, and throughout your day until you finally leave and you clock out. I mean, if that's what appeals to you, and your boss decides when you get a raise, if you get a raise, where you're going to work, what size office, or what kind of seat, or what kind of workbench you get, if that's what appeals to you, this is not for you. Typically, we are like dentists and doctors and lawyers, and it's entrepreneurial. We set up our own practice, we promote it, we provide a service. It grows through reputation and continued marketing. So it is entrepreneurial. Chances are you're not going to get hired somewhere. Now, I've hired hypnotists in the past and had as many as 3-4 hypnotists working for me, but that is the exception, not the rule. Now, I'm going to do a little prognostication, and I think that in the future, we're going to see more of this staff hypnotherapists or staff hypnotists in different areas as our profession gets more and more recognized. Personally, I think every medical center, every mental health center, every counseling center should have at least one of us on staff. But that's just not the way it is now, but I think it will be in the future. Anything you want to add to that, Erica?
Yeah, I agree, Cal. I think that hypnosis is becoming more recognized and more acceptable, and people are starting to understand how helpful it can be for them. And so I agree with that. And I also love the entrepreneurial aspect of this work because I get to choose every day. There's a lot of different things that I can be doing in any one day. So, it's never boring. Never once have I been bored, ever, in this job. There's always something fun and exciting to do.
Awesome. Okay, that's it for this episode. Wrap it up.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today for this very special episode on how to get started as a hypnosis professional. I'm Erica Flint. I hope to see you in the next episode.
All right. And I'm Cal Banyan, and I want to remind you where you're watching this video. This website is a property of a certified professional hypnosis instructor. If you have any questions about anything on the video, go to the contact information on this website and contact that trainer. You can be guaranteed that that trainer meets all the criteria on this checklist. Go through it, download it. You don't have to opt in or anything. There's a link on this page to download this checklist, and you can see what top-notch hypnosis training looks like. All right, that's it. Cal Banyan, signing off. This recording is the property of Cal Banyan and the Banyan Hypnosis Center for Training and Services, Incorporated. All rights reserved, for private use only, may not be duplicated without permission. For contact information, go to www.hypnosiscenter.com.